something that I get a lot with people who want to create content, especially in the tech space. They get very discouraged because they think it's all about, and there is an advantage of getting, you know, these loaner devices before release and stuff, but they think because they're starting out, they're not going to get a loaner device, you know, prior to the launch date or whatever. They're not getting seeded tech. There's no way that they can become a tech YouTuber or make, you know, content around tech. And I've been thinking about that a lot recently because I sure as heck didn't get my start with the traditional tech videos, right? I think there's a lot of ways you can add your mark. So what would you guys say for the people out there that want to make tech videos, but I feel like a lot of people are like discouraged because it is such a cyclical thing, right? New stuff popping all the time.
I'd say like usually when people ask, how do I get into it? I say start off with what you have, you know, things that you already own. Just kind of go with that. If you purchase something new, you happen to buy a new piece of tech, review it. It might not seem super interesting. I've done videos on like remotes, like like TV remotes.
There was one video that I wrote down. It was the Google Home versus Amazon Echo video. It has 3.1 million views, and
we didn't expect it at all.
It was a good video, but I was like,
yeah,
interesting.
That was a surpriser.
Yeah.
Was that when the Google Home first came out? I think that's when people were.
I think it was like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
I think it was pretty new.
Right.
And it was the easiest video I think we've ever made.
Yeah, we were just comparing
shouting out commands, and then it just did well.
Alexa, sing Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Alexa, shut up.
Whoa, that was.
She also, so you can say stop or shut up. She'll listen. Okay, Google, sing Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, she got more soul.
She's melting out.
And that's one of those videos that just kind of it just kept going.
Yeah.
It didn't blow up immediately, but it just kept going. Even when I look back at views now, it's just like, okay, people are still watching.
And to your point, like no one gave you those early. He just made sure he pre-ordered it, like was there when UPS came and we started shooting. So it's kind of just like being there for those moments and making sure you're just on it and hustling for it, you know?
Yeah. And then also it sounds like, especially in the beginning, your videos really won on search. So also figuring out with your titles and how you can tag it, what are people searching on Google? Because YouTube is built on the world's biggest search engine. People are going to come to your videos if they're searching for it. So that's such a big aspect of it too.
Yeah, I think that's what really made the channel what it is. Like I said, beats was something that everybody was asking questions about. So lots of people were searching for reviews. So I just made sure I stayed on top of whatever they dropped. And it just abusing the search basically helped to make the channel, you know, what it is.
Yeah. It's almost like you found a niche within not having a niche, going as general as possible. You found a niche that really, you know, and how do you guys balance that today when, oh my gosh, there's so much tech?
Yeah.
How do you figure out what to cover?
Of course we try to be on top of anything that's mainstream that everyone's going to have questions about. So of course, Galaxy device, iPhones, MacBooks, whatever. But outside of like the mainstream stuff that we all know we have to cover as like, you know, tech YouTubers, there's things that we think are cool and that'll add some value to
and like your everyday life too. So if we're already doing a man cave for you, we're gonna record that.
Heck yeah.
And then talk about all the things that are in that. So I think a lot of that, like a lot of our everyday life, we just weave into our videos. It's natural for us and it's the most exciting.
It's just organic, like you know, something that's super organic, things that we just feel like, okay, I'm gonna use this, I'll show people why and how I'm using it. And, you know, that usually steers us in our choices.
And people like you, right? They've developed a connection and you can add those sprinkles of personality. Hopefully, yes, I'm pretty sure they do. So what has been that one biggest challenge in terms of content going forward? Like you got over the hump of like, okay, maybe it doesn't matter so much if we get 4 uploads a week, you know, we can chill a little bit. But now that you guys have found a flow, you have a little bit of a team, what is still your biggest challenge that you're working on still today?
The biggest?
That's a good question, Sarah. You could have been like a TV talk show host. Like, honestly, like hard-hitting questions.
Let's see. The biggest challenge, I would say,
Well, it's not a good question. If
It is a good question. It's a great question.
It's a good question.
Makes you think,
I'm
makes
just
you
trying
think.
to make sure. Well, I would say the biggest challenge is kind of knowing, and that's something that we're actively working on, knowing what's going to do, I guess, really well. You know? Because
and focusing.
everyone, we all have like videos up and that go up and down. You know, you can't guarantee any set amount of views
Unless you're Marquez.
Unless you're Marquez, you can put a video up of you shaving and you'll be fine.
Listen, Marquez can burp on camera and like,
There's like
crispy.
Wow. So true. But for us, it's kind of
just
like that.
Sometimes you think like, oh, this video, I like this one. And then when you see like the audience isn't super crazy, I was like, I thought this one was gonna be, a hit.
And you shouldn't just make videos because you think they're gonna do well. But there is a point where like we're so busy that we have to really prioritize the ones that are gonna be like the highest payout for us, you know. So we want to make sure we have that mix of like what's gonna be a lot of fun for us, and then what has to go out so that we're catering to our audience as well, you know, because they want to see certain things.
So yeah, I'd say that just kind of knowing exactly what's
and how to make something that's like maybe like less interesting or done a lot, make it how to make that more interesting or put a new twist on it.
That's a good one.
I think that's a big thing for us too.
100%. That's something I'm always trying to look for, because so many people do cover tech. Okay, well, how can I bring this into my world a little bit, or how can I make this fun?
Right.
You know, because so much of the stuff can get kind of mundane.
Yes, that was the word I was looking for.
Yes. And what
viewer fatigue is real.
Dude,
It is so real.
And what I've been trying to get better at, but again, as you get busy, it's so hard to keep up with it. John, he's so on a schedule, and he'll sit there for hours and come up with a thumbnail and a title. And so he'll focus hours on a title to make sure like it pops, like he knows. And then it only takes him a few hours to literally go skate, film, and edit, and then boom, he has his videos ready for the next week, and they're already uploaded. This dude has his Tuesday and Thursday uploads on Monday scheduled.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
And I'm just
Way to
like,
do it.
Shout out to John.
dude, it's
He's got
insane.
the process down though.
But
But you
there's
have to
value,
think of the
Because that's what, but see, what I think is unique to us though. So I'm not going to steal your thunder, John. You're still great. But he doesn't have to worry about the cycle of new tech. That stuff will throw me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this phone was coming out this week.
Yeah.
I had other plans.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
true.
happens.
That's true.
It happens.
And then we're just like, oh crap, we gotta get it at like 8 o'clock now and get this stuff done.
Or surprise announcements. Those are
Yeah.
always like, okay.